Welcome back to the 401 Games Pro Tour Qualifier. The format today is Born of the Gods Limited. I'm Alex Neufeldt, joined by the David Caplan, a two-time MOCS competitor, top 4 Worlds finisher, and top 8 GP competitor. How's it going, David?
How's it going?
Pretty good, you?
Pretty good. So it looks like today we're looking at Longo against Laidlaw, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a green mirror. They're both primarily green. Tyler's playing red with Laidlaw favoring blue instead. He's got a few bombs in the form of Master of Waves.
All right.
Tyler seems to have a little bit better of a curve, whereas David has a better high end. So I think that if Tyler starts off without stumbling on mana, the game could end pretty quickly because David's deck doesn't feature too many 2s or below.
I see. All right, so Tyler started off on the play. Both players missing their 2 drops. It's up to Tyler now.
So Tyler has 2 Swordwise Centaurs in his deck, so going green-red is probably not the best.
Yeah, definitely would like to go for his
But if he
force.
has a 2 drop, he's in pretty decent shape.
Yeah, this is his 3rd turn, I believe, so... And gets Agent of Fates into play. Does he have any blue in his deck?
No, he's splashing a white source for a Fleecemane Lion, but no other splashes.
Oh, yes,
I don't
yeah.
even think he has the favor.
I believe we saw that in round 3.
I think that's a Noble Query, which is a pretty underwhelming creature to play without anything on it. I'm assuming something's going to go on that, like a Feral Invocation that I think Noah has.
All right. That's the 1/1 lure, correct?
Yeah, what's Fated Intervention? Is that the 3/3s, makes 3/3s?
It makes Centaurs and you scry 2.
So Noah also has that.
All right,
He's
so
really set up for the late game.
yeah. All right, so Tyler got one of those 3/2s in play, and
I can't
he is
quite
bestowing.
tell. It's 4 mana.
Quality's really tough here. I'm actually going to go up and get a quick look at that. Oh, no, there we go.
Oh, I think that's the draw
Arcane
card
Insight?
scry thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Arcane Insight, yeah. So
let's see what Tyler's got in forms of removal to deal with that card draw engine, which is definitely problematic because of Noah's
yeah.
bombs.
Noah should be at 17 right now. And facing down another 6 damage. He might not have enough time to actually leverage that Arcane Insight into
Well, Tyler has a lightning strike, so we could have. Oh, fearsome. Okay,
Fearsome Temper.
that's pretty good here. So
Yeah.
he's going to get a lot of damage in here. This is exactly what Tyler wants to be doing against a deck that has a higher curve.
Yeah, so this is attacking for 8, knocking Tyler from 17 down to 9.
Knocking Noah.
Noah, yeah, sorry.
So Noah's at 9, and Tyler's at 4 points here.
I think I mixed that up because Tyler was sitting on the left, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, last time we covered him, so.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Noah's going to need a really good follow-up this turn. Makes his 5th land drop, and...
He really needs a sort of either a Griptide or a Voyage's End here, which
Oh, there we
is
go.
exactly what he has. That's pretty miserable for Ty, actually.
Yeah, that's going to give Noah hopefully enough. Okay, yeah.
I thought he was attacking.
Yeah, I was
thought he
afraid for a
strange
second.
to be doing that. Okay. So Tyler's got looks like a card or 2 in hand, not too much.
Yeah. I think he's up to 5 cards right now. One of them being that 3/2.
Oh right, he just got bounced.
Yeah, got
So
bounced.
hopefully he has another
So,
green mana to play multiple
only-
threats.
Yeah. That Plains may prove to be awkward if he has a second single cost green card he wants to cast this turn, just because, bottlenecked on green mana. Bashes in, knocking Noah from 9 to 6, and
Looks like Tyler really only has one answer to that card draw engine in the form of lightning strike that I can see. Oh, he has 2 bolts. 2 bolts of Theros.
yeah.
Okay. This is pretty good.
All right. From what I could get from Noah's hand, it's loaded with spells. I think that was the only land in there, and now we're going to watch him just start vomiting material into play, trying to keep Tyler at bay.
Yeah, the nice thing is that he's only really able to play 1 threat a turn.
Yeah.
So,
Would you say that's a weakness of the green-blue decks? That
well, certainly because this format really punishes blocking. So
Yeah.
right here, he's put in a position where he's going to kind of have to block, and then what's going to happen?
Coordinated
Something
assault.
here is going to happen, and then there might be another trick that goes on. I'm not sure. Because if he has another pump spell here, he kills the fox, and then... I don't understand what happened here. Why did that...
Oh, okay, yeah, I think they're correctly resolving combat. That's a 6-5, and that is a
This is
4
like
power.
a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very big difference to the board state there.
I'm happy we didn't have to call judge or anything.
That's a good resolution.
All right, and Tyler got no damage in that turn
No,
either.
so what's his life? What's
Noah's
life
at
steal?
6, and Tyler's sitting at 20.
Tyler has 9 points of burn in his deck plus 2 hits in his hand. Is that a Feral Invocation?
Fate Foretold, I believe.
No, in Tyler's hand.
Oh, in Tyler's hand. It could be.
I'm gonna check his list because if that's a Feral Invocation, then he let combat resolve improperly.
Yeah.
It is indeed a Feral Invocation.
Oh, wow. It looks like he miscounted. Thought Volpine Goliath was... Whoa. Breaching Hippocamp. Normally not a great card.
Why can that block? Isn't that Stratus walked?
No, that's Fate Foretold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and double bolt for lethal.
Yeah, we knew Tyler had 9 points plus
Yeah.
the 1/4 conscriptor, so
So-
he has a lot of ways to break through.
So pretty fortunate that he did draw both, but he had a pretty aggressive draw, able to punish that Arcane
Well, it
Insight.
looks like he slow rolled it because he at least had one for a turn when he could have killed the card draw
Attention,
guy. So
Jeff
he definitely did good there.
Andrew Newby, and Howard Fun.
All right, so is there anything for them to...
Ready to fire. Jeff Anisman, Andrew Newby, and Howard Fun.
All right. Now, let's see if there's anything for them to board in. Looks like Noah's taking out a few
got
cards.
a Fade and 2 Shredding Winds. Fade into Antiquity and 2 Shredding Winds. I don't know if he saw enough reasons really to board those in.
Yeah, Volpine Goliath can't quite be shredded unless it's Stratus walked.
Oh, Tyler has an aspect of the Hydra in his sideboard, which might actually... If he was really savvy here, he'd realize that his opponent is very low on low drops and that he's going to be forced to interact, and Tyler can always make the better of interactions when his opponent's tapped out. So
Exactly.
you really want to play as many tricks as possible.
Yeah, to
So
push
if I
the-
were Tyler here, I'd bring in the pump spells and I'd bring in as many of the pump spells as he has in his sideboard and take out any of the higher end cards because I don't think he really stands a chance in the long game against the bombs in Noah's deck.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot that Noah can bring in. Like, there's a Deepwater Hypnotist, but 2-1 doesn't really trade with Tyler's creatures that well. Citizen Starbreaker, pretty slow and mediocre, and he's already got a lot of slow good cards. All right. Looks like players are done sideboarding.
Yeah,
and
I was just
shuffling
checking
up.
to see actually if they could change colors. Looks like Tyler actually has that option. He can switch into white, but because of the speed that he sideboarded, I'm going to assume that he didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't see him pick up 12 cards.
If he sideboards into white and takes
White red or white green?
it looks like it would be white red.
Okay.
His list is very aggressive, and he gains 3 tricks and a whole bunch of quality 1 and 2 drop creatures, but it might not be enough.
Yeah.
4 tricks. It's quite nice actually. Maybe he'll keep that option in mind for game 3 if there is one.
Yeah, like throw a really big curveball in game 3 if he loses game 2 on the play.
Yeah. His deck can be quite a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's slashing the
If he's splashing what? Sorry?
Fleece Main Lion off just the planes. If he's playing any other way to cast it. I need to check. I don't think he has any other way to cast it here. So that seems a little bit questionable, actually.
Splashing the Fleeceman line off
Just the planes. He has no Spring Leaf Drum. He has no he has a Spring Leaf Drum in his deck, but he's not playing it. He has 1 Karametra's Favor.
Any Nylea's presences?
No,
or,
no Nylea's presence. So it looks like he could have just gone red, white,
Yeah.
aggro.
So, like, I know Fleece Fleeceman Lion's a really good card. I don't know if it's quite that good.
No 2-drops for either player. Let's see if Tyler can muster a 3 just like he did last game.
Yeah.
Hopefully off. I can see a Bolt of Kronos in the far right of his hand, so
Yeah.
hopefully he has double red for that. Looks like he does, but he has
And
no play.
No play.
So Noah has the 3/3 Trampler Bestow. He might play that on 4, and if he does, Tyler's probably going to end up bolting it. Chooses not to.
Yeah, he's going for.
So Tyler
the
did
Lincoln.
sideboard in that Fade.
Fade into Antiquity.
Yeah, I'm curious why, because I guess it deals with that aura that went on the 1/1. but-
Arcane Insight.
Yeah, but you normally want a 2-for-1 against that, so I don't know.
For sure. Yeah, I really like how that last game played for Tyler, where he was just aggressive and punished his opponent for spending 7 mana and multiple turns just to get one.
I don't like this play. I think this play is very poor. He should have definitely done it main phase. I think the Scry is worth at least 1 card.
Yeah, Strike 2 is a very powerful effect.
He still gets tricked out whether or not he plays it as an instant or not. It seems just
And not double blocking seems.
very questionable.
Yeah. Ferris Band Tromper, a recurring card we have pretty much seen actually every round, I'm pretty sure. Excellent addition to the board.
Tyler's hand also contains the Fearsome Temper that we saw last game and the Fade into Antiquity that we board
Yeah.
again. And
Do you think he's gonna slow roll the Fearsome Temper for later in the game after Noah's been forced to play a bounce spell or 2?
No, I think he's gonna play it as soon as possible because I think Noah's just gonna be doing this kind of stuff. He's just gonna be tapping out, making big threats, and
All right.
Tyler's gonna. Well, it looks like he has the Fade now, so.
Oh wow. He gets
Oh,
in
that's
there.
very aggressive. I think that's also an extremely questionable play when he knows that Tyler's more aggressive than him.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he hasn't properly identified as well in this matchup yet. Did
Well,
Tyler?
I think that's pretty clear because he didn't make the 3/3 on 4, which he should have, and he should have also main stepped the 5 draw.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a bestow creature in his hand, the Nyxborn Wolf. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tyler's got his 6 mana, so he can Fearsome Temple and Bolt of Kronos, or he can,
Yeah. There we go.
Whoa, what? You can't fade the
Oh
token.
jeez, that's
No, you can't fade the token.
no, it's an enchantment.
The token's an
Yeah,
enchantment?
they are enchantment centaurs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's seems a little loose to do it pre-combat, but
Seems very loose to do it.
yeah. Both players at 14 apiece, each taking
So it's
6.
just free damage for Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't like that play at all.
Yeah, it'd be much better if Noah was down to 11 and unsure what to do with his Nylea Emissary. Alright, so we have a poor blocker and Nyxborn Wolf.
Yeah, and it looks like if Tyler's still got mana, he's probably just going to make it not able to block and just start dropping threats.
Yeah.
But it looks like
Is that
there might be a
bolt-
Noble Query and a Bolt, but I don't know if Tyler has a Noble Query in his deck, so I'll take a look. He does indeed. That's a Noble Query and a
Oh,
Bolt.
okay. Bit of a nombo there, Fearsome Temper and Noble Query, but each card individually, really good. And Voyager's End.
Yeah, I don't like that play either. I think Tyler should have just attacked there.
Yeah, because the 3/1 actually can profitably block. Noah's low on cards. If that was his best play for the turn, you're fine with him blocking.
Yeah. So the early game has been a little bit of a mess both ways, but unfortunately that favors Noah because his late game is so much stronger, especially if it hits his land drops.
Yeah, it looks like he's now running out of gasoline
That's like
right now.
an extremely odd time to cast that card.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
I
guess
think
he's going to attack.
I think we're seeing fatigue plates starting to settle in. Like this is the 6th round.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, and this attack takes Tyler down to 11. Noah's still at 14.
Okay, it looks like his plan is just to beat down.
Yeah.
So hopefully Tyler can draw some of his bigger threats. We know he has the 4/3 in his hand, which is really not great against the 2/3 power guy sitting on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like this game is slowly slipping away from Tyler.
Yeah.
Just a bit by bit each turn.
And he doesn't have the second red to bolt the creature this turn.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be forced to trade here. And by trade I mean block. And
Yeah.
that's not necessarily trading. Oh, looks like Noble Query's coming down. There we go. So that's a 4 power guy onto the 4 power guy. That's okay.
But they still.
Trade.
Yeah.
That's a little odd too. Okay.
I guess you'd rather have the the Nylea's Disciple in play over the next Born Wolf?
Well, all he did there was essentially cast a Noble Query from his hand. There's no
Yeah.
difference. Like, he changed the creatures and then cast it from his hand, which I don't think is particularly great, but maybe.
And this is slightly awkward, having to use their Bolt to get rid of a 3-drop.
Tyler's got another bolt in his hand.
Okay.
He really would have wished he had done that pre-combat
Yeah.
and got him the extra damage in, and Noah would be at 9 now, because then he would have had 6 points of burn to Noah's 9 life. Is that the gain 4 life tribute thing? That's a real
I believe he. Yeah, that is. And it looks like Tyler's going up to 21. And I
Noah.
believe Tyler's at 8 right now. 7 after that Noble Courier attack.
It's another land for Tyler. So there was a few bad trades here which kind of turned the tide of the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, both ways, it went back and forth.
Yeah, you don't want to be using your bolts defensively. Like,
No.
if you're able to clear away a blocker, force through some damage, or force
Yeah.
an even block instead of a good block,
Yeah.
that's what you want to be doing with your resources.
So, I
That's
don't know what he was playing around there. I guess he was playing around the rare that he casts. Oh. Okay, that's very good.
Yeah. So I think he was trying to bait out a
I
removal
like it.
spell or
Yeah,
something.
I like it.
And Tyler draws a few extra cards and
Concedes.
yeah.
All right, here we go, game 3.
All right, game 3. Configure. All right, so maybe this game, Tyler, I mean Noah will kind of get a feel for the fact that in this matchup he has inevitability. He wants to slow the game down.
Yeah, I wonder if Tyler's going to reach for his sideboard here, because he has quite a few options.
Yeah. I do like that idea of boarding out Fleeceman line, getting that out of your deck, either making it more consistent and
Well, Fleeceman line's like a very, very good threat, but I don't know if it even stacks up to Noah's
Yeah.
stuff.
like, you have more experience with limited than I do. If you're an aggressive deck, or at least in the matchup you're being aggressive, do you really want to splash for a cheap threat?
No, but the fact is that, like, if your deck contains even one of the bestow lifelink guy,
Hopeful Laidlaw?
yeah, it gives your deck such late game inevitability that it's almost like running a 6-drop like massive bomb. So
Yeah.
like in that case, yes, but in Tyler's case, probably not, because the best card that goes with it is probably Noble Query, and that's not what he's going to be doing in this game. Noah's going to be swinging with his fatties, and Tyler's going to be swinging back.
Yeah.
So you don't really want like a turn 6.
Yeah. And like,
33.
as we saw, Tyler's deck does have inevitability, big drops, but he's also able to use his creatures offensively.
Yeah.
Like a turn or two behind Tyler's, so it's not like he's a slouch. in
Tyler's
this
on the
department.
play, and he has yet to make a 2-drop this match, so hopefully he can go green into his Centaur, and then it's
Yeah.
going to be very tough for Noah to claw back.
I agree. That'd
'Cause
be
his tricks are just overwhelming.
yeah. And even if he goes green, he's not able to cast his bolt on turn 3, but he doesn't have to. He just wants to play
Yeah.
another drop. And even if the bolt is delayed till turn 5 on the play, that's perfectly fine.
I'm not seeing too many lands in Tyler's hand, but I'm not sure. I can see a Fate into the Antiquity on the far right.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell Tyler's hand. It looks
Dragon
like a mix of
Mantle
spells.
too. Yeah, there were no lands, so he's sending that back.
Yeah, it looks like they're both mulliganing. I actually, I feel this favors Tyler just a bit because his deck has cheap cards in it. He doesn't need as many
Yeah,
lands.
it certainly favors him. It would favor him much more if he didn't have one off-color land and an off-color card in his deck.
Yeah,
That's like, you don't want to be mulliganing at that point.
yeah, and you draw your 1 plains, and you have like Forest, Mountain, Plains, Bolt, some mediocre 2-drop. and
I
you're
think
like,
just for the reason that he's got 2 Bolt of Kuranos and 2 Centaurs,
Yeah.
that's enough mana requirements to not run the white.
yeah, that's a very good point.
But all his cards in his sideboard are really very much sideboard cards. They're not very main deckable.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. More shuffling. So how's your day been going, David?
Not too bad. I got to play a little bit of Legacy. I don't,
Okay.
I don't really I haven't really played this form. Like, I've played this format a lot, but
Yeah.
I dislike it so much that I've missed both PTQs that are local even.
Oh, really?
Like, I feel that
That's
it punishes interaction to such a point that the time playing it is just painful.
Really?
So I just play other things for now, waiting for a new format to come.
Oh,
but
wow.
I don't mind watching it. I don't know.
All right, so we have Noah actually taking the initiative here, casting a summon carry
Oh,
tip.
wow.
And Tyler's
Tyler's
done
just
nothing.
got nothing. So if Noah can make his 4th land drop
Yeah.
and then play a 4-drop, no 4-drop. Okay.
He might have a Breaching
Tyler's-
Hippocamp in hand.
He
I
may.
think.
Tyler's got a Ferris Ball and Trompers. Oh, he can Breaching Hippocamp and then untap his 1/3 and then make some more mana, or 0/3.
0-3, yeah.
He
It
chose,
just seemed like he was keeping
chose
mana
to play the
open.
2/2.
Yeah, there it is. Like, it looked like he was going to cast it, and I was like, go. You
Yeah.
know, keep mana open, whatever. Staunchart Warrior,
Yeah.
2/2, gets bigger every time it gets bestowed. Is Tyler's deck equipped to pump that thing up, or?
He's got a Coordinated Assault in his hand, as far as I know. And his hand is Ferris Ball and Trompers, Coordinated Assault, and at least 1 land.
All right, so Noah gains 4 off the Trippy card, and Tyler gets knocked down to 17.
It's 2 lands, and then he drew a Bolt of Kuranos.
Yeah. And
So-
that green 5 drops 4/4, right?
The green... Yes, it is.
Yeah.
As long as you let him gain life, otherwise it's a 7/7.
Jeez.
So I think that we're going to expect... That is not what I expected whatsoever.
I guess he's going to use that Coordinated Assault in his hand.
Yeah. I was expecting this on the D, but I much prefer this. I am shocked that Noah chose to block here. That is not at all what I expected.
Maybe his hand's just so full of gasoline. He's like just trying to like Tucker Tyler
If
out.
that's the case, then all the power to him, because that's how he's going to win this game. But I'm very surprised Tyler made that attack.
He might have been he might have made that attack hoping there was like maybe a 30% chance Noah would opt not to block.
He was expecting. He was clearly expecting the block when he made the attack, which is why it was a little strange. Because if he chooses not to block, then the attack back is very, very bad for Tyler.
True.
So it looks like Tyler drawn another mountain. So his hand's now the 3 damage spell, at least 1 mountain and 1 unknown card.
Looks like we're gonna see it real soon.
Oh, we see the
Oh,
bolts.
Bolt on Breaching Hippocamp.
Not the best bolt targets. Shoots
Yeah.
it to the bottom, probably.
It's been doing did a good amount of work
It
earlier.
looks like the other card is another bolt.
Okay.
So he just may. Does he have a mountain or a forest? He has
That
a
is
mountain.
mountain,
I think
yeah.
he should just play the mountain, bolt, and attack. I think that is his best line here.
Yeah,
It gives him 2 very large creatures to know his small board, and I don't know any tricks that even save the 3/1.
I think there's an aspect of the Hydra, and there's a
Aspect
few...
doesn't save it.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Khan Lee and Asif
Like a
Nurali.
white trick would save it.
Draft number
And also-
5 is ready to fire.
And also, we got some
Khan
sweet
Lee
Squire
and
Valley there,
Asif Nurali.
Voyager's End, yeah.
I like this play by Tyler a
Yeah.
lot.
It's playing to his role in this matchup, like...
He needs to get that Trompers bigger than... okay, so I see a Noble Quarry for Noah Laidlaw. That is a Fate Foretold. Okay, so he's got a Noble Quarry. Looks like a land.
Yeah.
So he's going to just cast the Noble Quarry. This is not
And-
looking good. Tyler needs to remember to put the counter. There we go. Do you have the life total there? What's...
Noah's
21.
at 21 and Tyler's at 17, so...
Yeah.
And now it looks like we're... Tyler's going to start making some headway here.
And Tyler, it looks like, has kept on top with the Scry the 3/2 that becomes unblockable, which I don't really agree with. He can't ever make it unblockable. I think he should have put it on the
Yeah.
bottom of his library.
On one hand, it's very underwhelming. On the other hand, I think it was meant to be a curve filler.
Yeah,
But Tyler's been punished by not having it early, it seems.
Oh, it looks like his opponent has nothing for now, so
And Tyler is drawn...
what looks to be a land, but I am not certain.
I like this attack. It's...
No, it's a Furl Invocation, actually.
Oh, wow.
I really like that.
Accidentally puts that up to 4 and moves the die back down to 2. Noah gets to draw a card off that Fate Foretold. And yeah, Tyler hits Noah for 5, knocking Noah down to 12.
Oh, he still
Yeah.
doesn't have a blue. He's
Yeah, he
okay.
spin ball knocked on
So
blue.
Tyler doesn't know his top cards. So what are Noah's best blocks provided that Tyler alphas? So he's got a 6/6
and a
6/6 and a 3/2.
I think you double block the Ferris Band Warrior. You want to get rid of that as soon as possible because it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger
Yeah, I
and
agree.
more and more out of
I like
control.
this block.
Yeah, it's not a good block, but it's the one you got to make. And Tyler gets in for 6, knocking Noah down to 6, and
Yeah, this is probably it.
yeah.
All right, that was good.
All right, so Noah gets defeated by Tyler Longo, 2-1. Tyler, I believe now is 6-0.
No, X1.
X1. All right, so
5-1.
he advances to 5-1. This was an elimination match. Noah's most likely knocked out of top 8 contention. All right, so that's the end of round 6. Thanks for watching from me and David Caplan.
See you next round.
All text, yeah.